Hey boys, it's HarmNone. We're going to be customizing the brand new Dinka Jester RR in Grand Theft Auto Online. We've already customized this once today, but I want to go for a more aggressive or maybe a more subtle build with this right now. So let's hop into it and get in. So let's get right into it. Alright, so the armor, brakes, engine, transmission, and the turbo are already done on this car. We're not going to be messing with the interior at all because I've already got it set up the way I like it. And the strut brace we're going to just choose really quick. So we're basically just going to be doing all the cosmetic stuff that isn't boring. Starting off with the front bumpers, we have a lot of options here. We have the primary splitter, secondary splitter, carbon splitter, primary wedged, secondary wedged, carbon wedged, primary super splitter, secondary and carbon as well, primary aggressor splitter, secondary and carbon as well, or back to stock. I think we're probably going to go for the carbon splitter. I like that look. For the rear bumpers, we can go for the secondary diffuser, carbon diffuser, primary GT diffuser, secondary GT diffuser, carbon GT diffuser, primary super diffuser, secondary and carbon as well, primary focus diffuser, secondary and carbon as well. We're going to go for the, I don't know. I honestly like all of them, but we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go for the stock carbon diffuser. For the canards, we can add canards on the front of this thing. I'm not sure how I feel about it though. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? For the engine block, we have the red valve covers, primary valve covers, secondary, carbon, or chrome. Let's go for the red. I like that. It makes the engine pop a little bit more. For the cam cover, we got the primary cam belt cover, secondary, carbon, red, chrome, or the black exposed vernier pulleys, blue, red, or purple. Let's go purple on them. I like that. For the strut brace, we're just going to leave it alone. It's the rally strut brace. The engine is already tuned, like I said. For the exhaust, we got the titanium exhaust, carbon exhaust, aluminum exhaust, oval exhaust, carbon oval, infinity exhaust, carbon infinity, big bore, aluminum big bore, titanium big bore, rocket exhausts, titanium rocket, aluminum rocket, or stock. I think we're gonna go for the aluminum big bore. I like that. It makes it a lot easier to see, I feel like. I think it looks pretty good too. So for the headlights, we can add different colored headlight glass. We got green, red, blue, yellow, or neo. I'm not gonna add any of them though, because I honestly don't really like how they look. So we're just gonna leave it alone. Next up for the hood, we have catches and the actual hood. We can add primary classic hatchet. We can add primary classic catches, secondary, modern catches, angled modern, latch hood pins, blue, red, or gold latch hood pins. Honestly, don't like it at all really. I'm not gonna add it. For the hood, we can add a carbon hood, a smooth hood, carbon smooth, Dinka vented, carbon Dinka vented, stream vented, carbon stream, quad vented, carbon quad vented, geo vented, carbon geo, vanity hood, carbon vanity hood, of course, or back to stock. Honestly, I don't really love any of the hoods on this thing, but I will add the stream vented hood because I think it just adds a little more detail, so I like it. Like I said, we're going to skip over the interior and go straight to the headlights, which are going to be xenon, of course. For the livery, we can add a white 90s graphic, black 90s graphic, white shopping list, black shopping list, white jackal stripe, black jackal stripe, geometric, JDM, 44 racer, 10-minute car alt, 10-minute car. Now these you actually have to reach a certain level in the LS car meet to unlock. So, you know, they're pretty cool, but you have to be a certain level, so that kind of sucks. We're going to add the black shopping list because I kind of have an idea of what I want to go for with this car already, so we're going to see how well it works. The louvers, we can add window louvers or carbon window louvers if we want to. I honestly don't like how it looks though, so I'm just going to leave it off. For the mirrors, we can add primary or carbon. We're going to go primary on that, I think. For the plate, yellow on black. For the respray, I have an idea of what I want to go for, and you guys might not like it at first, but I'm thinking a cream on this thing would actually look pretty good, so we're going to go for that. And for the secondary color as well, we're also going to go for a cream, I believe. Actually, you know what? That just does the brake calipers, so maybe we'll go for something a bit different. Let's actually go for the crew color on the brake calipers. I think that looks pretty good. Next up, we got the roof. We can add roof fins and the actual roof, so we can add a primary roof fin, secondary, or carbon. Not a big fan of how it looks, honestly, so yeah, you know what, actually the carbon fin looks okay. Let's do that. For the roof, we can add a carbon roof, streamline roof, carbon streamline, bevel, or carbon bevel. Let's add the regular bevel roof. I like that. Next up for the skirts, we can add primary extended skirts, secondary extended skirts, carbon extended skirts, carbon Dinka, primary Dinka, secondary Dinka, primary super, secondary super, or the carbon super. Let's just go for the carbon extended skirts. Honestly, I feel like they look the best. The spoiler, we can add a primary ducktail, secondary ducktail, carbon ducktail, plastic ducktail, primary jester wing, secondary jester wing, carbon jester wing, primary tuner wing, secondary tuner wing, carbon tuner wing, primary super wing, secondary super wing, carbon super wing, garage spoiler, or back to none. Let's add the carbon super wing. I think that looks really good, actually. For the sun strip, we can add a black sun strip, primary sun strip, secondary sun strip, Fukaru, Fukaru negative, Mind Mocked negative, Power Metal, Sunstrip, or the Power Metal negative, as well as the Dinka Sunstrip or the Dinka negative. Let's go for the Dinka negative. I actually think it looks pretty good with this car. Next up, for the suspension, we're going to lower this thing down all the way. Like I said, transmission and the turbo are already done. The vent braces, we can add these to the front of the car. We can go for the chrome, regular vent, chrome full, regular, chrome dual vent braces, or the full dual. Let's go for the dual vent braces, but not the full one. Next up for the wheels, let's go to the new section of wheels here and see what we can add to this thing. There are some really good looking rims in this new update. I really do like some of them. I don't know what rims to actually go for with this thing. This is what I put on it last time, and they look pretty good, but I kind of want to go for something a little bit different, I think. You know what, we're going to go for the street rims, and I think I might add on my favorite rims in the game, which are the concave mega mesh. I think those look pretty good. And we could black them out, or we could go for something a little bit lighter, like maybe a stone silver or something. I feel like the black just looks better, though. Let's go black. Tire design, we could add atomic white or Fukaru white. I think, you know what, Fukaru white actually fits with it pretty well because it's got the Fukaru logo right there, so let's do that. Bulletproof tires are already on this thing. You can actually reduce them back to standard tires now, which is a new feature in the game, so that's really cool. And last but not least, for the windows, we're going to tint those all the way out. This thing is looking fantastic, I think. I love how this turned out. Let's take it down to the ground. We're going to do a sound test and a review. Alright guys, let's see how this thing sounds. The Jester RR does in fact sound pretty good. Let's see if this thing is actually stanced already. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Let's raise it up a bit. Alright. Off the line, quite a bit of wheel spin. Not a terrible amount though. It's definitely pretty manageable, that's for sure. This thing is rear wheel drive only, if you guys didn't know. Alright, let's get outside here and see how it drives. Now, I've customized and reviewed this car before already, so I already know how it feels, but I want you guys to definitely understand how it actually drives and how it feels. It's a very fast car. I personally really like the handling of it. I've got a few comments saying nobody likes the handling, but I don't really have a problem with it. I think it handles pretty well. I really have no complaints about it at all, actually. The speed of it's nice. The sound it makes is also really nice. The only problem is the car does tend to understeer, like, ever so slightly. Like, it's almost perfectly balanced, but it's like a little bit more towards the understeer side rather than the oversteer side, which is a bit of a shame, but it still does handle really well, so don't get it twisted. In my opinion, it handles very, very nicely. We're going to actually test the handling right here in the twisty section of the road. As you guys can see, car is it's handling itself pretty well. It's not spinning out. It does sort of have an understeer thing though, I must admit, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's nothing a little tap of the handbrake can't fix, that's for sure. I'm really happy with how this customization turned out. I'm really happy to just have this car in the game now. I think it's a great addition to the game. I'm so glad that Rockstar actually added it. Man, it's a great car. I'd highly recommend picking this thing up if you guys haven't got one already. If you got the money to do it, I'd say just pull the trigger. Go ahead and do it. It's definitely one of the better cars in this update, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, if not dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new. Go and check out my other customizations that I've done today and my other videos on the tuners update in general. I've done probably about 10 videos by now, or 12 videos, so go check all those out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.